Hey, Next Gen crew, coming to you in my garage, which is my somewhat temporary office. My littlest son is to the left of me taking a nap. Outside, you hear the kids playing and some yard work happening, and it's so interesting these times that we're living in. I never would have thought that I would be in my office, which is doubling as my garage. And a couple of weeks ago, I was reading a passage out of Luke chapter 6, the beginning of Luke chapter 6. And I won't read the whole passage, but there's a story in verses 6 through 11 where Jesus walks into the synagogue and he gets ready to heal a man with a withered hand. And he has this interesting exchange with the Pharisees and the scribes. Verses 9 says this. The scribes, he had been pretty critical towards Jesus, especially since he's done some things on the Sabbath. He's been doing some things that don't necessarily reflect what they think he should be doing, especially when it comes to the law and the rituals and the religious observances of things. And so, knowing their thoughts, Jesus says this: I ask you, is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm, to save life or to destroy it? And after looking around at them, they're all silent, they're quiet. He said to him, this man, stretch out your hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored. But, verse 11, just stood out to me a couple days ago. They were filled with fury and discussed with one another what they might do to Jesus. Now, at first glance in this passage, these series of verses, it appears that the scribes and the Pharisees don't respond to Jesus. They're unable to respond to him. He stops them in their tracks. But in reality, a non-response is still a response. And so these men, instead of directly responding to Jesus, they're stopped in their tracks, but then they turn to one another and they plot against him. Their response to the question that Jesus asks is to do harm and to do evil towards him. And I think it hit me so hard because oftentimes I feel like my response towards Jesus, maybe it's not evil, but it's unhelpful. Often my response towards Jesus is to not respond to him directly, or to ignore, or to just miss what he's asking, to miss what he's wanting to do. And it's easy for me, while I hear all of the kids playing and the yard work going on, and I sit and my desk is a boogie board on top of a couple of boxes because I don't have a real desk, and you know, I haven't been able to, as the new Next Gen pastor of the Oregon Ministry Network, I'm unable to hang with everybody. I'm unable to travel and do one-on-one meetings and go to your regions and go to different places around the state and just be together. It's easy for my response to all of that to be negative. And I've really struggled with that the last couple of weeks, especially as a high extrovert. And so this passage really hit me hard because I have the choice to respond in a way that is on mission with Jesus, or to respond in a way that is unhelpful. Yes, this is uncomfortable. This carries with it all kinds of problems and issues in our economy and all this. Yes, this is not an ideal situation, but COVID-19 did not catch our God by surprise. And the mission of Jesus is ever advancing, and it will advance far beyond COVID-19 into the next generations. The mission of Jesus will carry forward whether I respond in a way that's right and helpful and healthy or not. And so the question I had for myself was, am I going to jump on mission with Jesus and be a part of what he is doing in the world? Yes, amidst COVID-19. What are some ways that I can do that? What are some ways I can get creative? And so I don't know if you're in a similar situation as me. I'm sure we're all at some way, shape, or form struggling with this COVID situation. I'm zoomed out. I am Facebook lived out, right? But what is Jesus doing in your neck of the woods? What is he doing in your community? He's always up to something, and we have been chosen for this time, at this time, for his glory, to advance his mission. And so what is he up to? And how can I partner? How can I participate with him? It requires me, it requires you, it requires we, it requires all of us collectively to go deeper with Jesus, to grow deep roots, and to ask what it is he's doing that I can be a part of. So let's go deep with him. Let's respond to him. Let's lean into him amidst this pandemic. And I promise, the things that we do during this season for such a time as this will impact generations to come. Love you guys. Let me know if you ever need anything. You guys have my email. Many of you have my number. I look forward to seeing you guys on Cyber World. What's Jesus doing in your community? How can you partner with him? Love you guys.